All right, hello everyone. This is Carlos Martinez coming to you live from my home in Chicago. And the purpose of this video is to show you how to look at your dashboard. In particular, how to know what rank you are, and what to look for, in your back office. So just give me one moment as I share my screen. So let me see here. How do we do this? Give me a second. All right, so let's share my computer screen. And we are going to Google Chrome. All right, here we go. Let's expand this. Okay, so here I am in my back office, okay? And obviously you can tell because this is me right here along with my ID and everything. So I'm in my back office here. So how can you tell what rank you are? Well, first off, it's gonna tell you here what rank you are. So normally when you're first starting out, this is either usually gonna say, unranked, builder, director, executive, and then as you end up ranking up, right, it's going to start to show what your last rank was. All right, so right now, as of this video here, what is it, March 30th 2019, I'm a 25K rank. Okay, now this is where you want to look at in terms of your rank. Okay, so now typically, all right, when you're first starting, you're going to show here total volume, then it's going to say 5K volume, and then it's going to say 10K volume. Okay, now why do these show here on my rank? Because I've already surpassed those ranks, and so it's always going to show the current rank that I'm at and the next rank that I'm trying to achieve, right? So this is one of the things that you always want to look at. Now, these numbers, sometimes depending on what time the system updates, because it updates multiple times throughout the day, usually around 3 or 4 times a day it updates. I think, like, for example, it updates in the morning. It also updates at 4 p.m. Eastern. I think it updates at 9 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Eastern, and then 11 p.m. Eastern as well, I believe is also. And then it also overnight as well, because I know when I wake up in the morning, there's more volume I know when I wake up. But so this is always one of the things that you always want to look at here. You always want to look at this to see, where it is that you're at in terms of rank volume. Now, the other one that you want to look at is you want to come down here where it says rank. So let's click on that. So, and it also tells you here what your current rank is, okay? So here, it tells me I'm already at 25K rank, but I'm needing to get to 50K. So for yours, when you first start, it's gonna say your current rank is builder, your current rank is director, your current rank is executive, okay? And to achieve 5K rank, it's going to tell you what exactly it is that you need to achieve the 5K rank, okay? And then it's also going to say your current stats. Where are you currently at? So, for example, for me to get to 50K, it says I need to have 100 in PV. Well, I'm sorry, I have 100 PV, and only 90 is required. So I surpassed this one. You have to have 15 personally enrolled active affiliates with 90 PV each. Hello, I'm sorry. Let me correct that. I need 3. I need 3 active affiliates with 90 PV each. Guess what? I've got 15. So I surpassed that second requirement. But look at the third requirement. The third requirement is the one that I'm falling short on right now. I currently have 28,451 in volume, all right, which is more than the 25,000 needed to be a 25K. But not enough to be 50,000, not enough to be 50K because I need 50,000 in volume. So as it stands right now, I'm about 31,500 in short in volume to get to 50K. Okay. Now that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it too is here. When you go here, these are the actual people. So it's good to look at this so that you can see which one of your team, okay, is actually representing your point. So right now, for example, I've got, as this thing alluded to, I've got over 28,000 in points, and these 28,000 points are made up from these people. Okay, so my top guy is this guy named Edgardo. He's at about 8,100 points. Dawn is at about 6,900 points. James Merritt at 5,900, so on and so forth. And if you look at that, most of them are going to be under 1,000. And when you go below that, it totals 28,451. And that's what determines my rank. So that's another way that you can look at it, okay? But another way that I like is for you to go to, you can either go to genealogy, or you can come down here to my team. So let's go to my team. Okay, so now that you're my team here, again, you can do it from my team or you can do genealogy. They both get you to the same page. Now you want to change this to Enrollment Tree. So click on that. All right, but now it automatically lists the last month. So what you've got to do is you've got to change this to the current month, March. Okay, so for example, if I want to know what I ended up in February, this is what I ended up in February. So February, I ended up with 29,000 in volume. Okay, at the time, I had a total of 61 personally enrolled affiliates. Now, this is not for the month. This is total since I've been with the organization. So this number here, I've been with My Daily Choice since June. So since June of 2018, through February, I sponsored 61 people. For the month of February, I sponsored a total of 5 people. Okay, this is my total volume that I ended up with again in February. But we're looking at March right now, so I want to look at the current month. So let's do this, and then I want to change this to all. Okay, so you don't change this. You leave this as it is. You change this level to all. Now this is depending on, you want to see. Typically, I just keep it unranked and above. You know, sometimes you want to see, well, I want to see who's builder and above. I want to see who's director and above. I want to see who's an executive above. So you can designate that. But right now, we are just looking at all, okay? And then we go here, and then we change this to March already. So we're looking at unranked and above. We're looking at all, and we're looking at the current month that we're in. Click on Change View, and it just uploaded. So now you're looking at this, the numbers changing, right? So through the month of March so far, I have personally enrolled 66 people, and my team has enrolled 159. Okay, so it's just amazing. And then this is the volume that I have so far. Okay, now when you come in here, this is where you can kind of see your team. So these are the color codes. These are the people that are unranked. So that's why you see, you know, most people are going to be unranked. The ones in yellow are builder level. The ones in orange are director level. The ones in executive are red. And these are the 5Ks are green. Okay, so right now I've got actually 2 5Ks, right? I've got 2 people at 5K, right? So, but if I wanted to actually do a breakdown of who my 5Ks are, I come in here. Oh, not there. I come here and I go, I want to know who my 5Ks and above are. And I change the view. It's updating, and these are my 2 5Ks. Okay, those are my 2 5Ks. So that's basically you know, how you work this. But if you want to know like what your current rank is, what your current points are, that kind of stuff, then what you want to do is obviously, you know, the best place is always going to be to come here to dashboard. Okay, you want to come here to dashboard again, just a quick summary, and you want to look here at this unilevel tree. So you always want to make sure that this PV here says a minimum of 90 every month. Well, that's if you're a director or an executive, this should say 90 every month, because in order to maintain that rank, you need 90 in BV every month. If you're a builder or lower, if you're a builder, all you need is 40 BV here. Okay, but if you want to maintain your rank as a director or an executive, you need 90 BV minimum here. So that's what always be that. So that shows that I'm active. And then how do you become binary qualified? So I'm going to send, there's another video for that. So I'm not going to, take too much time on this video describing how to look at, becoming binary qualified. So I'm going to share another video with you on how to become binary qualified. But this is how you look at what your current rank is. Okay. And again, this is the volume that you want to look at, because, and just so you know, so to become someone that's at 5K, you need 5,000 in volume. But now, something that's very important, that 5,000 in volume can't be just for one person, right? Because typically what they do is what they do. So let me stop sharing. Actually, let me just keep on going. So what they do is you need at least 2 people, at least 2 for every rank to get to that level. So for example, to get to the 10,000 rank, you can't have just one person, take you to 10,000. So what do I mean by that? So for example, let me see here, rank here. So if we go back here, let's just say that I wanted to get the 10K, just as an example. Okay, let's say I want to get the 25K. I just can't have Edgardo only get me there. Okay, I can only use half the points for him. Okay, so like for example, if I wanted to get to 5K, the most I can use, the most points I can use from one person, if I wanted to get to 5K, is 2,500, which is half of that rank. Okay, so I can have two people at 2,500 apiece, and then that gets me to 5,000, right? Or I can have five people, excuse me, at 1,000 apiece. That's 5,000. Or I can have 20 people at 500 apiece. That's 5,000. So you just need any combination of people. So like for example here, right? So I've got a multiple combination of people that have gotten me to the past the 25K rank. Now, the bulk of the volume is coming from most of these people. I mean, if you look at this, you got about 8,000 here, almost 7,000 there. That's 15,000. You got about almost 6,000 there. That's 22,000. And you got about another 3,000 here. That's 25,000. So if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so actually 4, right? Yeah, 4 people. 4 people have given me 25,000 in volume. The rest of them make up the rest, and that's usually how it goes. Usually going to have 3 or 4, maybe 5 people that are going to make up the bulk of your volume. The rest of them is just, you know, usually under 1,000. So oftentimes under 100, right? But your goal is to get a total of 5,000 in volume to get the 5K. Okay, but remember, you can't have more than half of the 5,000 from a single person. So you can't have more than 2,500 from one person, right? The points will be there, but as far as counting towards 5K, you can only count 2,500 of that. If you want to get to the other to the additional 2,500, it's got to come from a combination of people or maybe just one more person, right? So I hope this makes sense and you got value from this, okay? But that's how you do it. So just keep on, remember your goal is to just continue bringing people on board, talking to as many people as possible, and the ones that do come on board, you know, help them get results. As our mentor Robert Hollis likes to say, GTR, get them results, help them start rank advancing, right? Get them the first 500 points and 1,000 points and hopefully up to 2,500 and then to the 5K, because that is the key. Because if all you're doing is just recruiting and not helping your team, eventually your team starts to drop off because they're like, wow, man, I'm not getting results, and they get discouraged and they leave. So your job is to GTR, right? You're doing a combination of both recruiting and helping your team. Recruiting and helping your team, so it's kind of a balance. All right, I hope it helps. If it does, you know, please feel free to share this video with other people. Until then, until the next video, bye for now. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.